Watch those teeth, Jules. We're done. Watch those teeth.
Reload in their
Once
face.
you're loaded, shoot them out, boys.
Down to reload. Reload them.
You should shoot your pistol faster, man. Keep going, don't stop. Keep going. It's coming. Please!
Here we are with an estimated 400 player house divided campaign event for you tonight. This broadcast is being brought to you by the 7th Louisiana Regiment. Our first round tonight is starting off the campaign in the house divided campaign event. Who would have thought, right? But the campaigns are switching sides. Union campaign will be playing as CSA, and Hampton's Legion will be leading that. 42nd Pennsylvania will be leading the CSA campaign on the Union side for the first round. Then they're going to switch to their original campaign sides, but you still have the same token holder leaders. And the map will be Flemming's Meadow Cavalry on the second round, not so much the first round. Here the regiments playing on the Union side tonight, followed up by their opponents on the Confederate side. With this all in mind, the actual server population right now is 400 on the dot. Union up by 2 on the Confederate side. First Tennessee did bounce over to Union, so appreciate their help with that. There might have been some more, but it was a little confusing with all this shenanigans going on in the chat. Artillery-wise, Confederates taking 11, Union taking 10, so the infantry balance is going to be 2 in favor of the Union side. And unlike previous broadcasts, we are now introducing the strat sketch. Teams like to plan what they do before the event, and we want to show you, the viewer, how each team is thinking going into the round. Of course, feel free to give feedback, both good and bad on this, but you can quickly see how plans fall apart. Confederates look to want to hit the Union left side more often than not, and of course, we will see that in a second. Frontline reporters for today on the Union side, you have Madden here from the 83rd Pennsylvania, and then on the CSA side, you have Soundwave from the 7th Michigan. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while seeing what's going on in the sky. And if you're playing in this match, send me a link to your perspective, and that can go in the pinned comment of the video. And an officer already died to a horse. So Harpersferry Graveyard is a 41% ticket advantage to the defending Union side. Is one of, if not the largest ticket imbalances favoring a defending side. Confederates were winning this by a good amount before they did the ticket balance changes for update 200. And that is why the developers boosted the Union side by a lot. The Union defense, they have the 9th Vermont Regiment with the Springfield 61 as a choice of weapon. And they have the 3rd Maryland with the option of the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 42. Meanwhile, the Confederate attack, they have the 2nd South Carolina with the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 61, and the 22nd Virginia with the option of the Enfield and the Lorenz. And it looks like the Confederates starting to move up here. And my goodness, they have a lot of force. You still have Cav in the officers, but there's not a Cav regiment. CSA's going in, and we're gonna be a heck of a way to start our night, isn't it? So Confederates just trying to force the close engagement here. Union has the buck and ball, so it can work well for them. But the problem for the Union team, they're a little spread out, whereas the Confederate team is entirely concentrated in the center here. Union reinforcements trying to shift over. Some Confederates pushing them, though. See the buck and ball starting to work little wonders here. Couple kills there. Nice shots here by a multitude of Union. Really, it's just a mixture of Union. But Confederates so far have the ground. They have the numbers, and as a result, they're going to early cap the point. Black timer stopped. Gold timer begins. If the Confederates hold for 20 minutes, they will outright win the game. Union, though, has 20 minutes to retake it. If the Union team is down on tickets, which I highly doubt, considering, again, they have a 41% ticket advantage up to that. But you never know, right? But if they are down, they regain upon retaking the point. But they have to break through the Confederates to make that happen. My voice cracked, and it is a good night. So, Union defensive line, they kind of held back to start, only responding forward when the Confederates pushed in. 42nd Pennsylvania is reforming on the right side with the down flag there. Well, that will be picked up. Again, it's going to be kind of a hodgepodge as Union lines are a bit mixed in. But you got 5th Wisconsin, 11th Mississippi, 42nd Pennsylvania starting to push up on the right side here. And again, if Union's going to try to retake, they got to retake together. Now the Confederates are taking the stone wall here. So that charge from 42nd Pennsylvania will be held. You see, the Confederates has taken the graveyard. They've gone into it. And now they're on the stone wall, so Union team can't really make a direct approach if they... I mean, they can. They definitely can. Don't get me wrong, we got free will, but charging straight at the stone wall is going to be risky business. Great Lakes Division, 8th Connecticut on the left side with Virginia Military Institute, 7th Texas Hamptons Legion on the right side here. Again, you can just hear the amount of yapping that's going down there, the amount of guys. Union team really crunched in here. You do have some 11 Mississippi guys pushing forward on the far left side. 1st Central Infantry Regiment's taking some volleys. New York Volunteers in the backside. So Union team seems to be acting a little inconsistency. Some charging in, some holding back, shooting it out. Union's going to have to go in together, again, if they want to break through despite the weaponry advantage. 20th New York's over here. Hood's division starting to press. So the 20th New York backs off pretty quickly. Confederate lines is starting to shift. 8th Connecticut's trying to plug this as now you have more Union. 42nd Pennsylvania is trying to get a flank here on the Confederate left side. And Confederates are trying to plug that gap.
Come on, boys. Brace on it, load and fire. Let's go.
I'm just gonna reload. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna reload.
I'm the bugler, you idiot!
I'm just gonna reload. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me, Johnny man. I'm just gonna reload.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
So the Confederate push-up is going to get thrown back here as more Union are pressing that side. Alternatively, on the opposite side, Union trying to make a push this side. Going to be difficult going uphill against Confederates who are in the stone wall side. And also guys back here, 7th Texas mostly holding back on this side. And my goodness, this is awesome. You know, Harpersferry Graveyard, it's a bit of a mosh pit, though, with the amount of guys that are crammed here. It's definitely entertaining to watch, though, as we are only 3 minutes into the counterattack. Confederates about to hit engaged. Union team up by a fourth to a third of a morale stage right now. And, I mean, I wonder if the Union team could outright hit the Confederates into last stand. Because Confederates are considered the defending team right now. Because they have early captain point. They're not defending. Union team is counterattacking, so the Union is now attacking. The rules flip. All that matters is that the last the last stages of each team have flipped. So Union now can hit final push, considering they're the attacker. Confederates can hit last stand now that they are the defending team. Why is that important? Is because the Union team can knock the Confederates down to last stand, which they have to go engage, taking losses, breaking, then last stand. If they can knock them down that many within the next 16 minutes and then retake point, they can win the game. And it's 100% possible considering they're up a fourth of the morale stage of tickets, despite the situation at hand. So, Union's kind of halted the approach a little bit. I mean, they've got on the flanks here. The Confederate left flank is going to be more intriguing. And it looks like 8th Connecticut and Hamptons Legion is going to try to throw this out. And that charge looks like it will be held by 42nd Pennsylvania and company. Jeez, the amount of smoke that is being generated right now is absurd.
Sporks are better than spoons. Sporks are better than spoons.
So Union charge breaks through on the Confederate right side, although the Union charge gets pretty dismantled there. Huge Union push in the center. Union's retaking the point.
Go home, GI. Go home, GI. Go home, GI.
So the Union team, mentioned they were silent there, kind of sitting on the flanks. They all hit a combined charge here. Officers in this event, they have a Steam chat, so if they want to communicate with each other, they can do so instantly. And with that unified push, the Union team storms through on all flanks and just right at them too. And they are able to retake the point here. 2 Confederate flags are down right now. Union up by a half morale stage. You know, a lot of people in the ticket balance changes talked about this map in particular as being a map that they, frankly, did a little too extreme on the ticket balance. And this is the second time I've seen the map since the ticket balance change. And so far, it's very well the case. But, I mean, both teams knew that going into the round. So you obviously, you know, you got to think about that part as well. I don't know too much about the tabletop of the campaign. If you're interested in that, Kotal also broadcasts this event as well. He films and posts the tabletop, to my understanding, so that'll be linked in the pinned comment with his broadcast and anyone else's perspective as well. So if you're interested in that context of it, feel free to check that out. Confederate flag bearer tries to pick up the flag bearer and drops, and as someone down here so accurately points out, is that there is a 5-minute despawn timer on the flagpole, or flag there. Yeah, if it's knocked down, 5-minute despawn timer on that. And so if someone runs up and picks up the flag and then immediately gets killed, it resets that 5-minute timer. So, you know, it's a risk to try to go and pick up flags that are down, especially when they're that close to the defending team. So Union team retakes the point. Flag timer will continue. The Confederate attacking side was up on tickets. Sorry, down on tickets. Not even, that was just wrong. It was so wrong. But the Confederate side, down a half morale stage of tickets. They're down tickets. The defenders don't regain, or they don't lose tickets, right? We talked about if the attackers were up, defenders regained. It's not the inverse way where if the attackers are down, the defenders lose tickets. That's not how that works. It'd be way too overpowered. Then anyone would early cap as often as they would want to. So, 83rd Pennsylvania pushing up on the left side for the Union team here. 11 Mississippi behind. New York Volunteers holding even further back with the 1st Central Infantry Regiment. 5th Wisconsin holding a little further up the hill here. And 42nd Pennsylvania and 20th New York on this side. Now, you got to wonder what the Confederates are thinking here, right? A huge push-up, initially very successful, being able to early cap the point. Tickets looked fine. But as the situation unfolded, it really started to favor Union, especially considering they were able to retake the point. So Confederates, if they want, could try to make this a shootout. They have plenty of time on the clock. But the concern is, even though historically we've seen CSA shred the Union on this map in a shootout, will it work with the ticket balance this favoring towards the Union side? That's the million-dollar question. And who knows, right? Confederates, you know, despite the situation again, that early cap stopping the black timer, forcing everyone to lose a significant amount of tickets is huge because it allows the Confederate team to have a little less stress. Sure, there's obviously the stress. They're down over a half morale stage in tickets, but on time, they're not stressing at all. I thought that Confederate line, like, top center of the screen was going to volley, but they were just not loaded. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, in terms of time, Confederates aren't stressing at all. They can make this a shootout. Shootouts generally don't work well for you in time, so if you have a lot of time, you're a lot better of a situation, especially considering the defenders are down a significant amount of tickets relative to time. If you are the attacker, you want to hit the defenders down to engage what Union currently is in by the 30-minute mark. They hit them down by, the 39-40-minute mark because of the yearly cap. So, again, attackers can slow the pace here, see the charging didn't work, maybe try something else like a shootout and see if it favors. A lot of nice shots there. 7th Michigan, 1st Tennessee. Union artillery hitting a nice shot. Union battery spawns to the southwest side of the map. But they really like to roll the guns over here, and with good reason. Confederates like to hold this hill, and I mean, you can just see it is absolutely beauty of a shot towards the Confederate lines there, if we see that happen again. Union infantry regiments being pressed up on, though. And I want to see this next arty shot here. Now this is prime real estate here for artillery.
Hazard has...
Oh, God. Oh, my.
Right on cue, as per the script. Thank you, artillery. There's another one.
Holy shit.
Exactly why Union team is over time. It's been a recent thing. When I say recent, I mean the past couple of months. Confederates charging Union left. They wipe a flag. Huge charge in center. Hard to see what's going on anywhere with the smoke. Confederates somewhat have a line in the center. They're trying to throw bodies on Union left as Union countercharges, and it looks like Confederates win, but they hit taking losses.
Fuck you, Yankee. Fuck you, Yankee.
So again, Confederates are winning engagements. The tickets, though, are just what an arty shot. So Confederates will get thrown back in the center. Union team eventually will hold that. Again, last we saw there were dwindling numbers there. Confederates have 2 down flags on this front. Union likely to retake this back, especially with arty. I mean, the problem is that arty is out of bounds for the Confederates here. So they can't do much other than sit and shoot at it.
Boy, that doesn't look so pretty up there, does it? Oh, no street.
Kill those fuckers across the way.
What's up, fucker? Why? No!
Oh, thank you, friend enemy artillery. We're gonna lose this flag.
Hell yeah, you're gonna lose this fucking flag.
There, we're about done here, boys. Watch those team kills. We're done. Watch those team kills, fuckbag. Look out. Jesus Christ, boys. We're done. We're done.
So Union team collapses in. Good on 42nd Pennsylvania, 20th New York there. Maybe some more. But they fully sweep Confederates. Confederates lose another flag on the far side. Looks like the 2 flags for them down in the center are retrieved. And this match is going by pretty fast. Wow.
Virtual position fit.
Wisconsin to the south, southwest, over here. Pour into them, boys.
Oh, they're about to eat my ball.
And as we start to get to these higher pop servers, 400 players.
There you go, Josh.
What are you doing here, Hood? Oh. Doing a little sneaky. But as we get to these higher pop servers here, you can kind of see why Harper's Ferry is not really a map set that is played. Harper's Ferry, a lot of tiny maps in the area that we are looking at with the camera right now. And at a certain point, you fit so many guys into a tiny area. It's more just, as an attacker, can you outshoot your opponent or just charge and hope you win? You can't really, outsmart your opponent. Strategy isn't really a factor all the time. It's just who's got how many tickets, who can win a shootout, and who can win a charge. Which, more often than not, on a lot of these tiny maps, it's just a charge. Because you just can't see. This map's a little more open than what we see, but...
Southwest. Nobody should be aiming. Nobody should be aiming.
Use your stamina.
Hold what you got, boys.
Aiming uses
Hold
up
what
your
you got.
stamina.
Melee.
Hold what you got, boys. Hold what you got, boys.
So Confederates forming back up here for the most part. Some independent firing. Again, the ticket difference is getting worse and worse. These charges are not going in Confederates' favor. I mean, if they can hit the Union team, the breaking,
That's just enough.
and then cap and win, that's the way Confederates can do it. But my concern is that you just don't want it to become too extreme, because the Union team's lost a morale stage of 3/4 so far. Confederates have lost 2.5 so far. I don't know what that ratio is. Let me look it up. When the moment we get the decimals, it's like that's too much thinking for me. I don't know. That's my job.
Do not aim.
So
Thanks, Babu.
Alright. Can I get
Come
the
here, let's go.
Hey, Sally, move forward, Sally.
alright, Confederates pushing forward. So Union team is losing 0.7 morale stages for every Confederate morale stage lost. So if the Confederates lose 1.5 more morale stages to hit final push, to have the black timer drop, Union team will lose a morale stage and a little more than that, which is about where they're at right now. So Confederates can hit Union into breaking, but they're going to hit final push if the same pace ensues, which is in all likelihood Union pushing up as Confederates try to push the ground. Got a deadly little crossfire. Union guys on the stone wall, and then guys pushing in for the flank. 42nd Pennsylvania doing both jobs there. They bring numbers, and my goodness, when you bring numbers, you can do wonderful things. So, if Confederates at the current pace are going to hit final push when the Union team hits breaking, they can theoretically win if they can capture the point. They haven't been able to capture the point outside of the initial engagement, but it's not like they've really tried to capture since. Or at least they've failed miserably pushing forward each time, which you never know, right? We're just speculating up here outside of what we see in the strat sketch.
Forward, South Texas, break your loads. Let's go. Come on, Obsidian. Gambler, let's go. Ramsey.
That was Confederate. Oh, it didn't show up. Never mind. That was Union already. That shot I was talking about right there was Confederate artillery. Although the frontline reporter view blocked it out.
Bodies flying everywhere.
This is hell.
The problem for the Confederate team is they just keep walking into the same spots that Artie's going to kill them. The problem is that you're not going to charge in the center here because you're charging at a stone wall. Good thing no general would ever do that. Then you could charge this left side, but it's such a tiny area. Union, I mean, they have infantry here. Sometimes they'll put a gun here, although CSA don't charge here that often, and if they do, they go down into the wood line here, but it is out of bounds a little ways into it. So, again, it's not like Confederates can mass up and go in one area. So, really down the road in this right side is the only place they can go, and as a result, they're just kind of sitting ducks with the artillery. And, I mean, Union team's doing a lot of good things. Again, you could argue it's with the 41% ticket advantage that, you know, they're in a good place, and it's due to the game balance. And you could 100% argue that, but they've done a lot of things right. It's also helpful on a small map. They have 200 defenders crammed in a tiny area because you're basically, I mean, on top of the Springfield 42 buck and ball shots they have, I mean, with the amount of shots going off, it's almost as if buck and ball's just there anyways. My goodness, they're waiting for the right moment. You can see so many of them up there. I got a couple not. So, Confederates pushing forward. They do it breaking. A little bit of shenanigans over here. 9th New York pushing up, getting a couple kills. Some Confederate guys laying around, and they're going to get their shots and back off. So the whole Confederate team is concentrating on the right side. Mentioned Confederate battery, if you're wondering. They're over there up on the Maryland Heights and then the Loudon Heights. I think that's how you say it. I always call them London Heights, but they're like, no, it's not that. Confederates pushing forward here again. They seem to want to charge. Confederates getting a little progress, but they have before on this side.
You ain't doing anything.
Don't stab each other, stab them.
Hold back, gentlemen, hold back.
Hold the line.
Brace up, brace up.
Reload in their faces.
Reload in their faces, gentlemen. Reload.
Oh, they're gonna shoot us.
Oh, here they come up.
Reload in their
Once you're
faces.
loaded, shoot them out, boys.
They're shooting.
Brace.
Get them.
You brace it up.
This ticket gap is just getting worse and worse. Granted, Confederate artillery has not really shown up today at all. Union counter pushing after throwing Confederates off the center again. Still have the shenanigans over here. Confederate artillery has not shown up at all. And that's not helping the infantry at all.
Here they come, here they come, here they come.
Coming for the rock. They're coming for the rock, boys. That's these traders.
Get the gray.
Down, boy.
Charge it down. Keep it wiping, guys.
So the math I did earlier was not even close to right. Union's probably going to be halfway through taking losses. regardless of Confederate strategy at this point. Once Confederates hit last stand, and they are falling back. Wow.
That was pretty cool.
It has been a meat grinder. I cannot wait to see what the casualties are after this round. I mean, if you're a Confederate campaign,
That already just tore us to shreds.
playing as Union this round, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
Lag! Again. Why is this fucking lag?
Union campaign on Confederates, you're probably like, why are we playing as the wrong team?
Fucking lag.
They are having a rough way to start the campaign tonight. Of course, it's only one battle. Does not, well, it might define something big. I don't know. I can't speak for the tabletop, but, you know, it's one in presumably many battles because, let me see if I can find the post that Hood made. Oh, geez, am I going to be able to find it? Yeah, so, assuming Confederates don't go, this was the end of the last campaign. There was 18 weeks was the war, which is about a half a year, roughly. Maybe, no, it's not. I see, for whatever reason, I think 3 weeks is a month, and it's more like 4 weeks, so it's more like a little, around 4.5 months there.
I'm using that in the court case against you.
Someone just say tickle, tickle. Anyways, yeah, so it was a little over 4 months, and you know, it's a long campaign, and so obviously this might not be over until the end of the year. Could very well be the case. They also had 100,000 casualties in the other campaign, which is absurd. That was a volley. Just tried to rip it and get kills, which I don't blame the unit at all. A couple of Confederate groups, 1st Tennessee on the left, 8th Connecticut here, and Hampton's Legion are shooting it out.
Not to the right. Don't shoot on the right. Wait, that's not friendlies on the right. They're shooting at us.
Do not.
Holy. Oh, they just shot. They just volleyed at us.
Nice shot.
Nice, dude, you got that officer.
Is that still friendlies on the right? They just volleyed us. Okay, okay. Shoot to the left, boys.
Bobcat, move left.
Southwest, west.
Confederates, my goodness, they're making it a shootout. And, oh, man, it's a beautiful thing to see. So they're getting up on the Stonewall Union team. They have a lot of concentration on the right side. And Confederates at this point are just trying to draw.
Just get down first. Just get down.
What are you doing?
What was that horse doing on the right?
Oh, that's why.
But Confederates, there you go.
Oh my god.
But Confederates, I think, are just trying to bring down both, preferably Union, but they're bringing down the Union as much as they can before they hit final push. Charges have not worked in their favor. A shootout may or may not, most likely not, because shootouts, if they're generally over, there's so many factors and so many people shooting that it generally evens out in the ticket trade, and that's what I've seen historically in the past, based on ticket bar drain. But with Union having a 41% advantage, again, you got to wonder if the shootout will favor CSA. I'm guessing not. 83rd Pennsylvania pushing up on the left side. 11 Mississippi with them as well. 1st Central Infantry Regiment going up here, taking shots, and then falling back. Again, Confederates have a lot of time on the board. Over 22 minutes. Again, the only way they're going to win is by hitting Union into breaking, half morale stage away, and then capturing the point. Simple as that. If only.
Take a knee and stay down.
Were they trying to bait shots?
Take a knee and stay down.
Well, there goes my left foot. I like that left foot.
Rise,
take aim.
Stonewall. Down.
Down to low.
Now that was cool. Confederates firing in the distance at the same time. Tickets being lost for both sides. And it seems Confederates are being outpaced ever so slightly. But again, right, a charge will... The Confederates are going to have infinite tickets once they hit final push. Their next stage. Black time will drop down to a few minutes.
Reform the line. Oh, let's go.
Simish can hold, Simish can hold. Simish can... Take aim on the knee, take aim on the knee. Rise up. Hold. Hold, wait for him to stand up, wait for him to stand up.
Wait for it, hold.
Fire. Down to reload.
Reload down.
Get down,
Alright, Confederates going to hit final push very soon. You have a little of engagement on this right side. Eagles Brigade on the far right side of your screen with some Hoods Division guys in center. 8th Connecticut on the left side here. Dinkin and Duncan with some Union guys here. And 5th Wisconsin's going up to try to get shots to push them to the final push sooner.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Any second now, the Confederates are going to drop the final push. Their line's starting to back off. Again, this next charge will hit the Union into breaking. Can they win? That's all that's going to matter at this point. Tickets don't matter. All that matters is who can win on the point. Confederates are going to have to win 2 charges back-to-back to successfully take the point, because you have to fully push through the Union team first. And then secondly, you have to hold a Union respawn charge. And the Confederates are getting ready for that.
The line is iron.
Wait, we can make the picture more peak. Or farm. Or spread it left. Let's go 36.
On 7th Michigan, move on the right.
And this is it. Confederates going to drop the final push. Black time will drop. Union into breaking. Who will win the point? This will decide the game. So Union team holds. They drop the breaking. Confederates final push. Under a minute left. Union just needs to control the point when the clock hits 0 to take the game. Tickets do not matter. And that charge by the Confederates is thrown back. However, Confederates are going to have one more spawn wave to try to take the point back. No bayonets, no loads, spawning in and going. That's all they can do. Confederates have to keep the flags up if they can. Not that big of a map, but you know, every spawn counts. Union, good amount of guys trying to hold at a forward position here just to put themselves between the Confederates and the point. Here they come.
Come on, I'm in your face, man. I'm in your face.
You go home now, G.I. You go home, G.I. G.I. You go home.
Counter charge! Counter charge! Go! Go, go! Counter charge! Charge on!
Counter charge.
And the Confederate campaign as Union for the first round today, 42nd Pennsylvania. gets a decisive win over the Hamptons Legion token for the first round of this campaign, which I guess is the 13th House Divided campaign, if I'm seeing this right. So, yeah, huge win. Union job, very simple. It's not that big of a map. You have 200 guys on your side. You just have to hold the wall and reinforce each other as the Confederates move in. Confederates, I mean, they just went balls to the wall and kept charging and charging and charging, and it wasn't really working due to the ticket difference. And as a result, the ticket difference, way too much for them. They were able to get Union to breaking. They just had to win on point, and they just weren't able to. Now, it's a little fascinating because ever since the first early cap, the Union team kind of locked things in. And maybe, I mean, I'd have to look back, but maybe I could have just looked at the after action report, and I was just looking away above my PC monitors. But, yeah. Really good, entertaining first round, at least watching that. It's a mosh pit down there and a mess. The casualty is fairly even. That's crazy. We'll see you all shortly for round 2. Before we get into the second round, I'd like to thank our YouTube members for your support. Your support helps me keep doing the work that I do here on top of many of the things that we want to do in the future here with the Battle Line Network channel. If you want to get a live stream of all the War of Rights broadcasts that we do and to get an exclusive video on the weekly, please go beneath the video and hit the join button and considering helping us out. Again, thank you YouTube members for your support. Is greatly appreciated. And also a special thank you to our sponsors for this broadcast. And with that being said, those sponsors have a few words to share with you. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy the second round. And here we are with the start of our second round, the Flemming's Meadows. Flemming's Meadows. The Flemming Meadow. I don't know which one sounds better. I guess we'll see what the map name is in a second. Flemming's Meadow. 400 is the total pop. Again, side switch. Union right now up by 4 on the Confederate side. There is cavalry on this map, unlike the previous one. But in terms of artillery, Confederates taking 13, the Union taking 5. So the infantry in balance is going to be 12 in favor of the Union side. Here are the strategies that both teams are implementing today. I mean, fairly simple from a CSA perspective. Just hold the defensive hill, have the cav bounce back and forth, and Union's going to hit Confederate right side. Again, this is typically what we see out of this map. Again, feel free to give feedback on the strat sketches, as that is something new we're doing, and I hope you enjoy it. If not, because, I mean, what's going to be the funny part is when I was talking about this with people in DMs before we implemented this, some people were like, it'd be really funny to see someone's plan before the match and just how it completely falls apart in the round. And also, it's just good context to know. So, Flemming's Meadow is a 51% advantage to the attacking Union side. And that is that's worse than last round, but it is very much justified. The Union team has had a struggle on this map. As you can see, you have the point in the center of the map here, and as I was kind of mentioning with the strat sketch here, there's a hill that goes across the entire width of the map behind the point, or really on line with the point, and it allows the Confederates to be essentially in a defilade across the entirety of the map. And the Union team, regardless of where they go, have to go through open field to try and take this position. Now, you have some woods over here that Union team can go in. The problem is, it is out of bounds, not too far into those woods, so Union can't really use them as a flank. On the opposite side of the map, there barely is a woods here, if at all, and you can't really cram your whole team here. So that's why the Union team has such a huge ticket advantage on this map, is because that's just what they have to do. Union attack has the 15th Massachusetts with the Lorenz and the 2nd Wisconsin with the option of the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. Meanwhile, the Confederate defense, they have the 4th Alabama with the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 55, and the 30th Virginia with the option of the Enfield, the Springfield 55, and the Springfield 42. So they got that buck and ball as well, which can help out. Cavalry for each team should be moving in. Here come the Confederate Cav. 42nd Pennsylvania again. What we're really going to see from cavalry is they're not going to be, I mean, they can impact the game in a huge way, but they have to strike at the right moment, at the right time, in the right situation. They cannot take infantry on, like head on head. They're just not going to win. They have to surprise. They have to flank. And this map being wide enough, you could potentially get that a little bit. A couple Confederates, 20th New York holding forward here, trying to take some shots. 19th Indiana looking to push them out. Nice shot there, Sir Ball. So a couple trades back and forth there. With 19th Indiana, you got the Virginia Military Institute, 36 Ohio, and Eagles Brigade pushing up as well. And here comes Hampton's Legion. They are the cavalry for the Union side here. Union infantry moving alongside as well for 8th Connecticut there. Then holding back, you got Great Lakes Division, 7th Michigan, Hood's Division, 7th Texas, 1st Tennessee. And that is that. Confederate defense, on the other hand. Again, we kind of saw this in the scratch stats, but you know, we can more align this better. 12th Virginia hunkering down the left side here with 11th Mississippi and 9th New York to their right. Meanwhile, you got the 1st Central Infantry Regiment, 83rd Pennsylvania, New York Volunteers. Again, this is from left to right, really. Then, to the right side, really on point, you got the 5th Wisconsin guys. Following Coldy here on the beautiful horse. 42nd Pennsylvania operating the guns, as we saw last round, did a beautiful job with that. And then 20th New York and 42nd Pennsylvania on the far side. And Union Cav is going dismounted here.
Thanks, horse.
I'm glad you're thanking the horse. It's like thanking the bus in Fortnite. Of course, my favorite experience. So, Fortnite was like a very good pastime years ago. Oh, man. In high school, that game would slap with friends. What a time that was. Wow. So, Hampton's Legion off the Cav. Pushing forward again. Cav's going to be nice because even if, you know, the horses, that you can't really get the flanks, you can dismount, as you can see there, and do your own shenanigans. And I saw a comment on the broadcast of Boy Howdy Campaign last night, and if they do a large cav on cav battle, someone's got to play the Ride Over Hero music. You know, it perfectly fits. You could honestly maybe reenact it almost. Not really, but nonetheless, Union team, as we saw, they're starting to push up this left side here. The only group that is holding back is the 7th Texas here. 1st Tennessee here as well. And I assume that these guys are very happy. The officers anyways, very happy that they can hop on cav as well. What we saw briefly last round. But Union team looking to make this a scuffle right now. Trying to make it more of a shootout. You rarely, if ever, see the Union team holding this spot. Again, not really a whole lot of cover. Union trying to make it cover by crouching here. Of course, if one of them dies, they're taking 3 times the amount of ticket loss, though, because they're in skirmishing that formation status, versus if they were standing up, they'd be in formation, which is 1 ticket per death. So, in terms of Confederate cav, I doubt we'll see them in action until the Union team pushes up. Which 8th Connecticut is going to be pushing this side here. Trying to go up the Union left side. Confederate attention's turned this way. Negative volley there, although they're hitting more of the guys behind the camera. And again, there's not a lot of cover here. There's a lot of concealment, but not a lot of stuff that's going to stop bullets. Although these trees here can kill horses. Don't let that confuse you.
Our company, sit back here on the rocks.
You're staying here for now. Whoever else wants to.
Honestly,
I volunteer.
Shots. Fucking opposite.
Our company putting in the work.
Fucking flag, shoot that fucking thing.
And I mean, even though
Yes.
it's really been a shootout so far, the Union team is up by a 1/4 of morale stage right now. That is really promising news if you're the Union side here. And I think that's why we're starting to see Confederate lines shift a little bit. And, you know, Union pushing up center here. Not really center, but up on the hill. Hood's division going up right now. A lot of Confederate reinforcements starting to shift this way.
Doing absolutely nothing. Shoot them.
Meanwhile, here comes Confederate cav. And that's exactly where cav can be useful, trying to charge into a couple infantry guys that have pushed up. They're going to wrap them out. Meanwhile, the Union cav, by the way, their horses generally like to flee after you dismount for like a minute or so. Like if the horses just sit there, they'll randomly decide to run away. It's a little confusing. Like you see, you got the Hamptons Legion guys still all skirmishing it out, but their horses here are not there anymore. Granted, some of them could have been shot and they ran because of that, but you know, they just run away. Confederate Cav starting to shift out to this side of the map. Looks like they're going to try to hit Union in the side here. Well, not that many of them as of yet. Nice level there. Oh, are they dismounting? To try to get a flank. Again, the Cav is going to change the meta so much. It's so good to see. Especially on the drill camp maps where people don't play them a lot. But this gives a lot more reason for people to want to play them. 42nd Pennsylvania, mainline infantry is shifting this way. 9th New York already here for the Confederacy as well. And they're going to try to make it a shoot it on this side of the map, trying to get on Union's flank. Because Union, a lot of their lines are facing forward right now. And 8th Connecticut maybe trying to go up and over just an officer. 9th New York guys going in here. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're alive there, but 8th Connecticut pushing up into the artillery position. They're charging it out.
Get into him, 8th.
Come on, rebel boy. Come on, rebel boy.
Press T, boys, press T.
And this ticket gap surging in Union's favor right now. And the Union campaign here, who was Confederacy last round, is probably like, dang right. Confederates deserve it after what happened last round. 8th Connecticut's charge starting to fizzle out here, but they do a good amount of damage. And, man, you know, despite the great battles, tonight's battles are being decided really by this ticket balance. Looks like some Confederate cav or just some horses are just charging in on their own. And that horse is just running over some people in the distance. So we'll see what the Confederates can do for the situation here. Looks like you have some Confederate calves spawning in here. Not a whole lot. Relative to, I mean, you can have like 25 or 26 guys in cav, I think, on high pop. I mean, we can look briefly here. 20, 26. A lot more NCOs on the Union side. So Confederates surge manpower onto this right side. Confederates not keeping really a whole lot of guys on this left side. I think it's understandable. That could be part of the equation too to why Union's doing so well. Is Union has their whole team fighting on this right side of the map, right side in perspective of the Confederates. Whereas Confederates haven't had their whole force here. They're starting to move this way, but
I cannot pick up a rifle against my fellow Virginian.
These
Therefore, I will fight for the
These are
Confederacy.
Yankees, Mr. Shiloh.
I know, and I could not pick up a
Holy
rifle
shit.
against a Virginia.
That volunteer just took that fucking cannon blast like a champ.
What did they do in the TV show at the Yankees? It was,
I don't remember.
good answer.
He said that we're fighting for states' rights in Virginia, not slaves. What are you talking about?
the South
That's
and
right,
North
we're
Peace
right.
Proclamation came out.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
Mr. Shiloh, your hat.
Mr.
Shiloh, are you
please.
okay?
I have no hat and I'm stuck, Mr. Arrow.
These damn
Oh, I'm good.
cannons and gun carriages made by hazard iron. We must burn it to the ground. We must burn it to the ground. Jonathan Frakes needs to be on the set of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Not making gun carriages against the soul letters of the God-Son South.
Oh my God.
What the first time you like some breakfast?
He's shooting.
I would like some chicken and advantage.
Yeah, it's small
We got
now.
flapjacks that fill up a caisson.
The first rifle like a Gatling
we're
gun
in
to
shot.
deal with these damn Yankee cavalry.
Here comes another RD shot. Get ready. Oh, my
Damn it,
meat
I
shield has
switched
died.
These guys are having a little too much fun down there. Got some Confederates flanking around the far side here. 5th Wisconsin with some 42nd Pennsylvania. 20th New York's over here again. They're just trying to get on the side, get on the flank. Which, again, not too much cover over here for either side.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hood sounds like he's having a good time.
All line.
42nd Pennsylvania. So yeah, Confederate lines are trying to circle around the left side of the Union team. There's a lot of Union attention here. That volley gets a good few kills here.
Just right back here.
And Union is a little scattered in this one area here, but they are here.
Like a little kid.
And I mean, if Union team does decide to push forward here, it's going to be a lot more difficult with the amount of Confederate attention that is swerved over here. For a second, I was going to be like, how's Spartan not on a horse, but he must be Cav. Looks like some Great Lakes Division guys are Cav as well. Confederates continuing to press up here, trying to slowly push the Union off the ground here. Rather just take some shots and fall back, and you know, that works too. And we are almost a third of the way through the timer, and Confederates are not in a good way. Again, as mentioned last round, you want to hit the defenders down. If you're the attackers, you want to hit them down to engage by the 30-minute mark. They are a little over and a little through that right now. And I mean, Union has a good amount of tickets too. I mean, they're up by a half stage, at least. War of Rights comes down to one of two things: tickets and time. It's really all that matters for a War of Rights match. And Confederate defenders are losing on both fronts.
Hold your fire, gentlemen, reform your line like this, just to your rear. Like,
More Union numbers trying to fill in the depleted ranks up front.
Get in the line. Back.
Watch you shoot.
Nice little back and forth volley here. 8th Connecticut shooting it out against 42nd Pennsylvania. Not too much happening across the rest of the map. Again, not that huge, all things considered. Confederate infantry is backed off the artillery, so the artillerymen are kind of out here fiending for themselves, trying to do something. And I'm almost surprised they don't. I mean, I guess it'd be difficult to turn guns, but I'm surprised they're not just trying to shoot the guns over here where the Union is much more concentrated. But again, these guys are out here by themselves, being shot at by a good amount of Union. You can hear the shots clinking off the cannon. A couple of them. Not any sense I said so, but... Wow, the Confederates are getting ratioed here. They called it Ratioburg. Ratio. That's what they chanted at the end of the battle. Ratio.
Oh my god. Oh, Toussaint, you're still alive. Thank God. Whisper some sexy French in my ear. Get ready to break your loads! Get ready!
Uh-oh.
Get ready to break rear.
Get the fuck out of here!
So, one way the Confederate team can regain tickets, right, is they are down tickets. If they let the Union team cap the point and then retake the point, they can regain tickets, which if you're the Union team, at this point being up 3/4 of a stage with 28 minutes left, it should be your last resort. You have 28 minutes to knock the Confederates down, a morale stage and a quarter. You should really, at that point, just be shooting it down, not trying to cap the point. Confederates abandon the right side here. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the round, but 42nd Pennsylvania is leading the CSA campaign on CSA. Hampton's Legion leading Union campaign on Union. And, oh, this guy's a little ballsy mad in here on the horse. Oh, his horse gets hit. And there goes the horse. 83rd Pennsylvania goes to push up as well, but with Union noticing Confederates back off, 7th Texas, some 8th Connecticut as well, are pushing up into the artillery battery position of the Confederacy. And this is really the point of no return for the Confederate side unless Union early caps. This is a very strong defensive position for the Confederate team, but if you let the Union get on the hill and therefore flank your entire lines, you are kind of screwed in a lot of ways. But again, Confederates falling back here, it looks like they intend to try and force Union to early cap. But again, the problem for the Confederate side is there's just too much time on the clock. Union team is going to wait a while before they try to early cap. So, Union team still keeping a good amount of guys on their left side here. It's understandable. You don't want the Confederates to run up you on your flank here, especially the Cav. Hood's division holding out here with 36 Ohio. Got Virginia Military Institute behind here. The Union team is just taking ground at will. 19th Indiana pushing forward with Hampton's Legion.
On this line right here, oh, I see him. On this line,
Let's go. Fill all the gaps in the wall. Let's go.
And I mean, I don't really blame these guys for going dismounted Cav here.
See the smoke way down there, gentlemen? That's where we gotta be.
When there's too many people crammed into a tiny area, Cav's not going to be able to outflank. Not easily, anyways. You know, more Union pushing up the center. 7th Michigan, there is some Union on point. These 8th Connecticut guys, I'm pretty sure, are edging point here. Union chat is spamming, get off point, get off point.
Get back here, guys. Get back here.
Someone is on point, clearly. Everyone's got to pay attention. And it looks like 8th Connecticut guys backed off a little bit, and point will go down naturally again. So, Confederates are taking losses, Union hit breaking.
Keep it up, boys. Maintain that independent fire. Shoot those rebels. Sorry, Texas.
Oh, you're all good for a minute. Right now it's fine.
And so the problem for the Confederate team, they just gotta hide. At this point, someone from Union's on cap. The problem for Union, or I guess the problem for an early cap, is you have to be in skirmishing or information, those statuses to be on point and cap. So that means you need people around you. But that does not mean that all of those people need to be on point. So if there's 5 guys in an area, they're all in formation, 4 of them are off point, and 1 guy's on point, he's capturing, because he's in formation, even though there's not a group of people on point, if that makes sense. But the problem for the Confederacy is that as long as the Union can see them and keep shooting at them, Union's not going to early cap. 24 minutes to knock someone down on morale stage and tickets is too much time.
Situation is not fucking good right now. Our entire right side fucking collapsed. I don't get it.
Great.
We're not fine.
So the Confederates are just they gotta roll in the barn, or I don't know if they can do that, but they gotta pull back further if they're gonna want to try to force Union to early cap. Now Union cap keeps edging. They keep edging it, and so it could very well be possible that Union accidentally early caps within the next 10-15 minutes, which is how long this shootout will probably take to get the Confederates down. You do got 7th Texas starting to wrap around the side here to get to this Confederate left side that's still holding pretty much in the initial defensive line.
Gambler, find yourself a peak or a valley. Come on, 7 Texas, show them the fight and Texas spirit, boys.
Boys, look directly east. There's already men right there. Target them. They're out of lines. There's also more people east, southeast toward the blocks.
Please tell me.
Dixon,
Look at this. Y says, sorry, Ricky, assuming a team kill. And white boy Ricky says, no problem. I knew my life of crime would get me killed. That is probably one of the best replies to a team kill that I have seen. So Union team's holding back. You can see the Confederate lines. They're slowly just trying to shift and figure something out. And it's, again, unless they're in total cover where Union can't see them, they are not going to be able to get out of this. Union is inevitable. And I mean, simple as that, really.
Holy smokes.
Watching dudes fall down left and right.
Meat's
Fishy,
back
I was
on the
gonna say
menu.
that I'm experiencing licking, but you know, I got shot.
Oh, holy smokes. Prove it. Prove it.
Not to you, son. Not to you.
Oh, alright. Respectable. An honorable man, I see.
A slut in theory, not in practice. That is the saying.
Amen.
Also, someone in chat just said, we are tung 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 sahur. And someone else replied saying, we carry the stick. And someone else just said, we carry the tongue. I am in that chat. We are tung tung sahur. Wow. That's kind of awesome to name your, your name that. Union team's got to watch it. 7th Michigan 100% on cap right now.
Get off cap. Get off cap. Get off cap.
Just start executing people at that point.
Shift right now. Shift right. Shift right. Shift right. Shift right. Shift right now. Shift right now.
Start team killing. You won't. And they get off of it. I mean, Union chat would show, but they're panicking. You can see Confederates are just falling back, and the problem is they're kind of in no man's land right now. They're not far back enough to where they're in total cover, and they're not far forward enough to where the Union team can just walk up onto the defilade. I mean, it's a hill. Both sides, there's a defilade to both sides, and so 7th Texas, for example, is using this defilade very nicely. If we just look from the Confederate perspective here, you can barely see the 7th Texas guys there.
Was that friendly?
That is correct. That is the
cavalry. They might be behind those trees then.
We tried. Yeah, we're just hiding because we can't use our guns at the moment.
Instead.
Adjust cover to the southwest. Adjust cover. Southwest. Enemy at the southwest. Adjust cover. Adjust cover. Enemy south.
I'm going to guess that's 7th Michigan. Yep, 7th Michigan, understandably, just spreading out the Union line more. And I mean, the map is flipped, essentially, where the Union team now has the defilade, and it's going to be difficult for the Confederates to take it. And the Confederates are down 51% on tickets, so it's just bad. What are you doing up here, Flores? Oh, get wrecked. Anyways, I've never died before, actually. I haven't died in tonight's event. Frankly, I'm built different. So is Kotao. He got red. He's made the stat tracker to keep track of all the kills and deaths of every individual and whatnot. Phenomenal.
Get up here and shoot.
So, I mean, Confederates trying to shift here. 11th Mississippi trying to go this way right now. 83rd Pennsylvania is here with them. And, again, they're just trying to secure the flanks. Again, it's been a shootout for 6 minutes, and the Confederates have lost almost 2/3 of the morale stage. So, yeah, they're in a rough way. I mean, again, the only choice the Confederates have is to turtle back in their main spawn, and they've half committed to it. I mean, on a map like this, if you're the Confederate team, you either need to fully give up the ground and hide, or you need to stay and defend the defilade here. There's no in between. Because if you're in no man's land, you're giving the Union everything they want. Confederates pushing up.
Good, I'm out of loads.
And it's Confederate Cav lighting it up here with pistols. I think Union Cav is on the opposing side of this as well. They are. We got a pistol off here. I bet they're just kind of blind firing at this point with the amount of smoke. More Union infantry pushing in. Confederates very close to breaking. This is a campaign event, so very well could be possible that Union might try to draw this out for the Confederates to hit last stand. Confederates charge.
Get the flag up! Where's the flag? Get the flag up!
Gentlemen, let's go! We got it! We can wipe them! We can wipe them! Let's go! Let's go! Get their flag! Continue on, Ace!
Patrick is Zora farming. Oh, he died. The Union team's starting to pre-camp here. 5th Wisconsin charging up. Confederates hit breaking, so if Union caps, they win the game. Confederates mass charging on the opposite side of the field here. Just trying to put bodies on point.
All the way to the snake roll! All the way to the snake roll, boys!
And Union just trying to form up here at this point. Union still got numbers on the caissons. Confederates turn to charge a position. More Union reinforcements pouring in from the woods to the northeast. Confederates, though, are starting to edge out on point. Can the Union reinforcements make a difference here? It's the Cav for Union pushing in. You got a streamline of Confederates moving in from the distance, though.
You should shoot your pistol faster, nerd.
Confederates still working in, and it looks like they are going to retake the ground here. Union trying to get the flags out.
GI, go home.
GI, go home.
You're not the real Montgomery. Keep going, B.
They're cutting left here, trying to potentially cut the flags off. But it looks like Union should be able to get them out. So that charge brings the Confederacy over a half morale stage down. Insane. Union team loses what looks like only one flag. Got guys already moving out of main spawn here. You can see oh, I was going to say a Union officer there tried to help, but his horse might have died or he turned around. I don't know. Never know, right? Actually, Union do lose a flag. I jinxed it. And Confederate, the Cav with their pistols trying to let them rip. And there goes the second flag, although this one should be recoverable. The Confederates lose 3/4 of a morale stage. 13 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time. And Union team is up a morale stage and a half. What the horse doing? What an arty shot. So yeah, at this point, Union team, they could charge in if they want to. They could also just shoot it out. I mean, there's enough time for either option. With 2 flags being down, half the Union team outside of Cav, the infantry, half of infantry, there you go. If they die, they have to spawn back at main. So Confederates might be able to edge something in, but they're just so far down, it's pretty much it. Confederate Cav pushing up. We barely saw any horse action this round, which can happen with Cav. Speaking of that, here they come. Dismounted anyways.
South, look south, look south.
So, 42nd Pennsylvania with the Cav, they go up and sweep. Looks like you have Great Lakes Division on some Cav for the Union team here. Looks like they're just going up to dismount. Some more Union trying to charge out 42nd Pennsylvania. A little ballsy with it. They got tickets. More Confederate reinforcements moving in, but the Confederate tickets are still continuing to drop. Who's this Cav guy here? No! So Confederates are going to hit last stand soon. At that point, if they die, they don't come back. And, I mean, we pretty much saw the inverse the last round, although Confederate strategy a little confusing. Oh, Union horse, what will it do?
Back it up.
No choice. Charge right. Charge north. Charge northwest. Charge northwest.
Charge.
Great Lakes Division, they're pushing up with their pistols, just trying to do some damage here, get them down. And there they go. Confederates at last stand. If they die at this point, they do not come back. So Union's going to have to try to dwindle through 200 some Confederates. What's Boogie doing here? Dismounts crazy. He's going to use the horse as a meat shield. He does. The horse dies. He zips forward. Picks up the flag. Wolf doesn't have any more ammo. Tries to stab him, but he's out of range.
I should tell you what. Oh shit, Wolf. Wolf to the left. Wolf to the left.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you.
Hoffman with a nice stab there. 1 stab kills. That's what they are. What is the Union doing back here? Looks like they might have picked up the flag and had some guys spawn in.
Come in there, man. You guys are losing.
So, I mean, Confederates hold that. Some Union charging the far side of the map. A little bit of shenanigans there. 19th Indiana charging.
I got the horse. Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
Come on, let me load. Come on.
Meanwhile, as these shenanigans are occurring on the opposite side of the map, Hood's division's pushing up center on 12th Virginia. And only a couple of Union here. As time progresses, I assume more and more Union's going to make their way up here. Confederate line just holding back. Confederates need more bodies on point when the clock hits 0. Guys, they only got to hold out for 8 more minutes. Only 8 more minutes, guys. Some Confederates pushing up to the Artie position to try to hold it here. 1st Central Infantry Regiment.
Party right there.
Boys, take these caissons, take these caissons. Take them, go, go, go.
Push him. We don't stop.
Hey, right here, boys. Archie. See you stay all over.
Take him out, take him out, take him out, take him out.
Environment.
Kill these sons of bitches. Let's go.
So 80 Confederates remaining on the map. Union starting to clear out the Confederate right side. You have all that's left in the center here. And the Union team is going to kill every single last one of these guys. 70 Confederates remaining.
Oh, here comes cavalry! Here comes the cavalry! Cavalry's coming! Oh, brace! 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 I got hit by a horse! I got hit by a horse! We're good!
I can't get off, you fucking horses!
And we finally get to see the cav in action, although that was just mostly riderless horses there. 30 Confederate soldiers remaining. And you have some Union trying to war farm. And... wow. So, that's 7th Michigan, by the way. 7 Confederate soldiers remaining, and that is going to do it. So, despite the lopsidedness of each round today, very enjoyable rounds to watch nonetheless. I mean, you can't complain when War of Rights is high pop, especially getting to see Cav. We saw the Cav a little bit at the end there in action, which that was a good time to use them. If any, that was just funny to see a bunch of horses just charging without a lot of riders. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give feedback on stuff like the strat sketches. I think it'd be interesting to show you guys what each team is planning going into the round. But of course, all feedback is appreciated. If you're playing this match, send me a link to your perspective. That can go in the pinned comment of the video. And if you want to support the channel, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all of the War of Rights broadcasts that we do and get an exclusive video on the weekly. Thanks to the 7th Louisiana for sponsoring this broadcast. And if you want to sponsor a broadcast in a variety of ways, check out the Patreon in the description as well. But nonetheless, appreciate you all. God bless, and we will see you all in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.